A Toledo community was thrust into turmoil following the baffling disappearance of 13-year-old Kei'Mani Latigue. On the morning of Monday, March 17, 2025, her grandmother, Dorothy Latigue, who held legal custody, returned home from an overnight shift to find an eerie silence. Kei'Mani was gone, but her essential items, glasses, house keys, and cell phone, were still inside. Even more concerning, her underclothes were folded near the couch. Pajamas lay crumpled on the dining room floor, and the stove had been left on. The last confirmed sighting of Kei'Mani had been the night before, around 10 p.m., in the company of her biological father, Darnell Jones. He claimed that Kei'Mani had contacted him, saying she feared someone was trying to break into the house. Jones said he stayed at a cousin's home with her until around 12:30 a.m. Dorothy's anxiety grew when she learned that Kei'Mani never arrived at school. Calls to friends and family yielded nothing. Her phone went straight to voicemail. As her worry escalated, Dorothy contacted the police. Authorities acted swiftly, launching an immediate search and formally opening an investigation by Friday, March 21st. The local community mobilized in response. Volunteers, strangers, and relatives organized large-scale search efforts focused on North Toledo, where Kei'Mani had last been seen. Known for her love of basketball and dance, and her generally cheerful demeanor, Kei'Mani's sudden absence devastated those who knew her. Her grandmother, consumed by grief, reported not having eaten or slept in days. She had also suffered multiple seizures in the days following Kei'Mani's disappearance. Tragically, hope turned to heartbreak on March 24th. Authorities discovered Kei'Mani's body in a deteriorated, abandoned house on Miami Street in East Toledo. Her remains showed horrifying signs of violence, severe wounds to the neck and the absence of both hands. The Lucas County coroner soon confirmed multiple incised wounds to the neck as the cause of death, declaring it a homicide. The news devastated the city. At Spring Elementary, grief counselors were deployed, and students created a memorial filled with candles, notes, and flowers. Kei'Mani had been just days away from her 14th birthday and was scheduled to receive a kindness award. A poignant sign near the memorial read, "You were always smiling, Kei'Mani. We miss you." Attention quickly turned to Darnell Jones. During police questioning, his account of the night Kei'Mani disappeared began to fall apart. He had asked his girlfriend to disable their home security cameras, which she refused. A family member later saw him hiding items beneath a basement staircase. Concerned, the girlfriend alerted police, who secured a search warrant and collected the items as evidence. Upon realizing police had been to the house, Jones fled. A BOLO alert was issued, and on March 25th, Jones was located in Columbus by a tactical police unit. In the tense confrontation that followed, he brandished a firearm and was shot by officers. He survived and was later transferred to the Franklin County Jail, eventually appearing in Lucas County Court. His bond was set at $4 million. Then, another disturbing twist. On April 19th, the abandoned Miami Street house caught fire. Already designated as hazardous, it was fully engulfed when fire crews arrived. Investigators classified it as suspicious, suggesting possible arson. However, city officials reassured the public that all evidence had been recovered. The site was demolished by late morning. The community's memorial items, candles, letters, toys, were carefully removed beforehand. On April 30th, Jones appeared for formal arraignment, pleading not guilty. Courtroom footage revealed a man with a troubled past and complex medical history. His birth name was Darnell Overtree, though he often used Darnell Jones or Ogletree. He had documented mental health conditions including schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and ADHD, but affirmed his competency. He now faced 15 criminal counts, including aggravated murder with prior calculation and felony murder specifications tied to rape, kidnapping, and aggravated arson. Prosecutors also charged him with sexual motivation and labeled him a sexually violent predator. Despite the charges, he entered a plea of not guilty. As the court process began, investigators delved deeper into Jones's history, revealing a pattern of violent and criminal behavior dating back to 2011: domestic assault, resisting arrest, weapons violations, and even attempted arson. Yet, he had only served short sentences. Community outrage deepened as people asked how he had continued to have access to Kei'Mani. Focus then turned to Lucas County Children's Services. According to a statement, the agency had received 3 prior complaints in late 2023 and early 2024 concerning Kei'Mani's care. In each instance, she said she felt safe and the cases were closed. Critically, the agency admitted they were unaware of Darnell Jones's involvement in her life. Even if they had known, they claimed it may not have changed their decision, as her legal guardian, Dorothy, met all the technical requirements for placement. But public trust had already fractured. Advocacy groups demanded an independent investigation, while Kei'Mani's former teacher, Kei'Mani, insisted the tragedy was preventable. She recalled Kei'Mani's hugs, her loving nature, and her desperate need for affection. Kane had personally reported concerns during the previous school year after Kei'Mani disclosed distressing details and showed signs of abuse. As of this video's release, Darnell Jones remains in jail under a $4 million bond. Prosecutors intend to pursue the death penalty. His trial is tentatively scheduled for April 2026, though the volume of evidence could delay proceedings. Still, amidst all the legal filings, revelations, and unanswered questions, one truth must never be lost. Kei'Mani Latigue was a child who deserved love, safety, and a future. She was intelligent, kind-hearted, and full of life. Her story has shaken Northwest Ohio, but her memory lives on in those who continue to speak her name, demand justice, and ensure she is never forgotten.